Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's tutorial, we're going to be drawing a delicious cake complete with a slice. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced Procreate user, this step-by-step guide will help you master these techniques to create a sweet, realistic looking dessert. So grab your Apple Pencil, open up your Procreate app, and let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is, of course, make a new canvas by tapping on the plus right here, and you can just say screen size. And then in this tutorial, we're going to be doing something different, and we're going to be putting our iPad in a horizontal position since we want a bigger space for our cake. Now, the first thing we're going to be doing is turning on the Symmetry Tool, so our cake is perfectly symmetrical. So we're going to go to the wrench right here in the Actions menu, and then we're going to go to Canvas, turn on Drawing Guide, make sure this blue button is turned on. You can say Edit Drawing Guide, and then go to Symmetry. And then the default color is black, and then you want to make sure your line is, if you go to options, you want to make sure vertical is checked, and then you can just click done. For our color, we're going to be using black, standard black. You can just go down here by sliding down. And then for our brush, we're going to be using script under calligraphy. And then for my size, let's go for 5%. I don't want the cake layer or like the pencil surrounding it to be super thick. And then the opacity can be 100%. So let's start by drawing an oval like this. This is going to be the top of our cake. And we can go to Edit Ellipse up here, and we can edit it. Just like that. And you can just tap anywhere to get out of it. And then if you have some of these lines that come out, sometimes this happens, you can just erase it by tapping on the eraser. And then just erase these extra lines, just like this, to make it more clean. And then we can go to this little arrow right here, and then let's go to Distort. And now we can kind of play around with the perspective of this top of the cake. So let's go, I don't want it to be completely like you can see the front of the circle. Let's also make sure to turn on snapping. See, let's make it a bit more higher like this by dragging the bottom to the top. Let's go for maybe about right here. I think this looks pretty good. And then we can go to uniform right here, and then we can, this is to change the size. Perfect, I think this looks really good. Okay, so now we got our top of our cake. Now let's go back to our brush, and then let's make the body of the cake. Okay, so let's first draw a line coming down so we can go on one side of the cake, like this. Let's actually connect it all. So let's come over here, and then connect it with this kind of wobbly shape. Oops. Do that again. Don't hold it because then I'll use quick shape. Do like this and then just leave it. Just like that, perfect. Let's color that in. Okay, now I want to draw a little stripe in the middle. So this is kind of like one of the layers of our cake. So it's one layer, the second layer, and then the third layer. So we can go over here and kind of move our canvas around. And then we can come over here and just connect the cake like this. Oops. Just like this. So we have this nice little line right here. Perfect. Now I want to draw a plate, a really simple plate. So we're going to come up here. And then just make a really simple plate like this. We can connect it right here. And then let's grab the eraser and erase some of this thickness so it's the same thickness as the rest of our painting. Just like that, perfect. Next, I want to make a new layer for our toppings, these little circular topping like things. So we can turn on Drawing Assist, so it's, again, we can use the Symmetry Tool. And we're going to come in here and then make these simple toppings like this. So it's rounded at the top and then straight at the bottom, just like this. I think that looks really good. And then we can go back to our layer menu and then slide to the left and say duplicate. So then we have this exact same one we can put right down here. And then we can just merge them together, and then let's continue on. We're just gonna put as many as we can fit Let's also add some down here. And then we can make this one kind of coming into this one and then erase this part. Just like that. So it's like a gumdrop almost. Let's connect this line. And then I think this looks really good. Yeah. And then I think we can make this line a bit straighter to make it less bumpy. And then now, since we have our gumdrops, I want to erase the line coming into it, which is the cake layer. So we can go back over here, tap the eraser, and then I want to turn off drawing assist too. And we can just come in here and erase these lines. So it's not see-through gumdrops. Just like this. We can make the eraser a bit bigger. It's only a few because these ones in front of us, it's in front of us, so it's above the cake. But this one, you see, it's almost like it's in front of the cake, so that's why we want to take away the lines. I think this looks really good, perfect. And then now we can merge these layers together just like this, so we don't have to worry about which layer we're on. Let's go back to our brush, and then now we're going to be drawing the slice. And remember, don't stress about this at all. It's just about perspective and understanding like 3D shapes. So we have a little bit of math coming in here. So we can use this line kind of as a reference to draw our slice. So we're going to draw the opening and then the slice on another plate. So let's first draw the opening, and we're going to use this line. So let's just draw a line like this. It's going to come over here, and then it's going to come down, straight down. We can connect it up here, just like this. And then another straight line coming down over here. Now this may not look like anything, but as soon as we erase it and then make it look even more 3D, it'll look great. So everything inside this little shape we're gonna erase. So this line, and then this gumdrop. Let's also come in here and make it really precise. Like this, and then let's also add the line too. This, and then like this. And then also another thing for perspective, the cake is round, right? So we want to make another line on the bottom so it's like the inside, so it doesn't look like this. So you can just come here at the point, and then we can make a line like this. Perfect. And then let's erase this line right here since we don't need this part of the cake. And voila! We got our cake with a missing slice. This is looking great. I also want to add some sprinkles on this cake. So we can make the brush a little bit smaller, 4%. I want to make about 15 sprinkles. So it's just a really simple oval shape. You can spread them out, do them in different directions. So we have 4 so far, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Perfect. Okay, so now we're done with this first cake, so I want to move this around, just make it a bit higher so we have more space for our slice. Let's put it over here, just like that. Now I want to do our other slice on a different layer just for now so we have some more flexibility and it's just this slice. So I'm going to start with, of course, the slice, and then we can do the plate. So we're just going to do a straight line just like this, and then we can tap up here on line, and then we can make sure this line is the same length over here because we want this slice to fit into the cake. So I think this looks pretty identical, and let's just put it over here. Now our cake is going to be looking like it just came out of this bigger cake. So I want it to be facing almost like this way. So the side of the cake will be facing us. So I want this back part to be rounded like this. Same as the bottom. And then connect it with the line. we can make this one bigger so it all fits, just like this. And I want to make it a bit smaller, maybe using distort. Just like this. And clean the edges a bit. And then let's make this front side of the cake. So we can do it pretty long like this. And then let's come up from here and make the line. And then just connect it up here. And then let's draw the top of the cake. So we can come from here and then go thinner, thinner, and then finish it off with a little round. Perfect, so now I got our basic shape. Now I want to add all the finishing touches, so the little layer, the gumdrop, and some sprinkles. So let's draw a line. It's also going to be curved. Let's draw this. Let's make it a bit more thick, so like that. And then the great thing about Procreate is we can just move everything. It's super free. You don't have to worry about like if you accidentally erase something, you can just undo. So it's perfect for beginner artists. Even if you're an experienced user, it's really good. Perfect, this looks really good. And then maybe I want to thicken up this line a bit by just applying some more pressure in our Apple Pencil. Just like that. Now I want to add some sprinkles and a gumdrop on the top here. So just the same shape we did for the gumdrop. And then erase this inside. And then this draws 3 sprinkles. 1, 2, and then 1 right in the middle, 3. Perfect, now I want to draw a plate. So the same shape we did for the other cake, just like that. Perfect, let's move it around a bit, so about right here maybe. That looks pretty good, or even closer. Just like that. And then we can just merge those layers together. Perfect, so now we got our base lines, and now we just gotta color it and multiply it, which means we gotta add some shadow. So let's first turn off this line by retracing our steps, so going to the wrench, and then just turning off this drawing guide so it's a gray button now. Okay, so now I want to color. I have a color palette right here, and you can find it in the description below. So for our main color of our cake, for the first and third layer, we're going to be using this dark brown, and you can just drag it in and then say continue filling. So we're going to fill it up here on this top, but not the like this top, and then over here, also over here, and make sure not to color in the inside because that's going to be a different color. And then we can grab this pink, second color in the first row, and then just tap on all the lines. And then we're going to do this nice yellow color for the inside. So we have kind of a strawberry chocolate vanilla cake. Sounds really good. And then fourth color in the first row for the top of our cake, just like this. Now I want to do the gumdrop. So we're going to be using these 4 colors right here, this pink, this blue, this kind of vanilla white color, and this purple color. So for the blue, we can just tap right here. And then we have 4 colors, so it's going to be in order, so we can just go by 3. So this is going to be the pink, white, purple, so now we have blue again, pink, white, purple, blue again, and then pink, white, purple. Next, switch to the next color, which is pink, and then tap in all the gumdrop areas that come after the blue. So here and here. Same thing with the white one. Here, here, and then this little one right here. So then that means we're going to make this gumdrop the white one since it came out of this area of the cake. And then let's grab purple and then tap in this place. Perfect, now before I forget, let's also grab that gray and tap in the plates. Perfect, and then now let's also do the sprinkles. So we have pink, green, and blue. So we'll do like 5 of each since we have 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure to spread out the colors a bit so they're not all bunched up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the blue one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll do 1 of each on this little slice right here. Just like that. Perfect. So now we got our base colors, and then now let's add some shadow. So let's tap the plus, go on this little N, and then scroll up to multiply. And then we're going to tap on this layer 2 and turn on clipping mask. So I'm going to start with this little slice over here. And we're just going to be adding shadow right here. We can make the brush a bit bigger. So adding some shadow on this kind of part of the cake. It's the one where it's not facing us. And then also add some shadow on the plate. And let's also add some shadow over here. Just like that. Oops, don't hold it. So you can just tap undo if you accidentally go into quick shape. And then let's erase some of this stuff you got up here. Let's go to this gumdrop now. We're basically doing all the right sides of everything. So we're imagining the sun is coming on the left side. And we can also come in here and then add some like that. Just a little bit of shadow. You're probably not going to see it, but we can just add it. Perfect. Now let's come over here to this big cake, and then we can grab this brown color. And then just come over here, like this. Come in here. When another object, we have a special case when another object goes over another object, then we can add some shadow even if it's on the left side. So for example, over here we have this part of the cake coming onto this little slice, this opening right here. We can just draw a little line right here. And then let's draw the same things for the gumdrops. So all the blue ones on the left or on the right side. And then the pink ones. This is a nice pink color. Let's also do it over here. Perfect. And then let's also grab the white one. Draw a little one over here. And then one over here. And then we have the purple ones. And then the last one over here. Perfect, and then we can add some shadow beneath these gumdrops for a few. So we can grab this top layer color. And then let's just put it underneath these gumdrops. You can maybe only do the ones that are right here in front. So this one, let's erase some. And then there's also color in this one too. Like that. Perfect. We can even add a little shadow underneath here too. Just like that. Perfect. Also, let's add some shadow underneath this cake. Like this. Just like that. And then let's also add some shadow into this little sprinkle area. So I'm just gonna go over here, smudge it. Let's grab this pink. We're basically just making a little dot in the middle. And then just blurring it to give it a little bit of shading. And then let's grab some blue. Oops. And then let's smudge it. Perfect. So now we got our cake ready, and then I just want to add some last minor things. So I want a table for this cake to be sitting on and a little background. So we can merge that multiply layer. And then let's move this cake around. So let's go to uniform. Oops. And then I want to shrink the cake a little bit. And then just put it a bit lower. Let me shrink it even a bit more. I think right about here is good. Or even higher. I want to turn off snapping. And then put it right here maybe. That looks good. And then now I want to do a layer behind this cake. So to do that, we're going to make a new layer and then tap and hold and put it underneath layer 1. Let's grab pure black. And then let's just lower the opacity. We're just going to make a line like this. Oops. We're going to make a line right here. as our table. And make sure you don't put it behind the plate of this big cake, because then it looks like it's coming off the table. And then I want it to be completely on the table, so we can put it right here, right where the plate meets the cake. Right there. Perfect, now let's fill in this area. Let's do like a nice dark brown. Let's go for maybe this. And then we can just fill it in like that. I think it looks too similar to this part of the cake, so you can just tap 2 fingers to undo and then get a darker color. I think that looks really good. And then let's add some multiply onto this table. We're adding multiply on everything because shadow is really important. And then let's just draw a shadow underneath this plate. We're also gonna put it on the other cake's plate. So you can draw a little shadow right here. Just like this, and we don't need to blur it. Perfect, we can merge these layers together, and then let's draw the background. So we can tap the plus and then put it underneath everything. And then I wanna grab a nice blue color. So I think this looks pretty nice. Yeah, I like that, maybe even lighter. Perfect, that looks amazing. And then let's add some multiply on that one. So we're gonna put some multiply on this bottom half, also on the cake right here. You can make it super kind of blobby because we're gonna blur it. I go into the magic wand, selecting Gaussian blur, and let's just blur it. Next I wanna make a really simple design. So we can just grab this blue and then make some stripes right here. That's gonna be a really cool design. Just watch and see. We're just gonna make these stripes right here. Oops, you can just go here. And then let's blur it by going to this little magic wand and blurring it just like that. Isn't that such a nice, cool look? And then when we add light by going to layer 3, tapping the plus, going on that little end and scrolling down to add, we're gonna add little pieces of light right here in the middle of these lines. It's gonna look super cool. Go to magic wand, Gaussian blur, and then just slide to the right. And we get this really cool kind of bumpy wallpaper. Just like that, and we can tap out of the wand, and then we can merge these layers together. Just like that. And there you have it. You drew your very own cake, complete with toppings and a slice. You guys should be very proud of yourself for drawing this on Procreate. It was a really hard one. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing Procreate art tutorials like this one. See you next time, bye!